Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is Matty here today, bringing you a new episode of Post-apocalyptic Madness featuring Transistor. And Transistor is a game by Supergiant Games. They are the people who created Bastion, so obviously it's a good game, but this specifically is my favorite game of 2014 so far, and we're over halfway through 2014, so that should tell you how much I like this game. Came out May 20th along with Watch Dogs, so I felt it could have gotten overshadowed a bit, and basically this is a game and it highly relies on your intelligence to find out what's going on. So this is going to be a short episode of this game, not because I don't have much to say, but just because I don't want to spoil this game. Like I said, it relies a lot on your intelligence, and if I kind of say too much about the story, it'll give away the stuff that you can find out on your own. It's a game that's ending is very thought-provoking, very touching. It leaves you with a lot to think about, much like games such as BioShock Infinite, for example, which is kind of like why I was like, wow, this is awesome. I love plot twists and crazy endings and stuff. And basically, the Transistor is that sword there. And like I said, it's so hard to tell you guys stuff about this game, and it's really hard to show why this game is great without giving too much away. So I'll start off with the basic stuff. These are functions. You get these throughout the game through leveling up in the game. It's kind of like a simple RPG in that aspect. What's cool is all these can be used as an active slot, as you can see, for example, here. Its active slot is firing rapid connect charges in a straight line. You can use it as an upgrade for example, this power here. I apologize that my PS4 is telling me about the system updates. You can use it for an upgrade here. So if I upgraded this attack here with ping, it would reduce the turn or the amount it costs to use that. Or I can use it as a passive bonus where it just affects me and it makes me move much farther in a single turn, which is always good. So each one of these has 3 specific benefits to it, and it makes diversifying your loadout different. On the left, as you can see, that bar all the way over there is my memory, and that's how much I can use. Then there's bars next to each power based off how much memory they use. And you're not going to use all of these, but everyone's loadout is going to be somewhat different, which is cool. Each one of these has its own story behind it. These are limiters, by the way. These are kind of like little things to make the game more challenging, like you can't have that emergency turn when you die or something along those lines, which is like a turn that you use when you're about to die. But each one of these people, you inspect it. For example, Red, the main character in this game, and it tells them about that person and how they're inside the Transistor, and the more you use it, the more you learn about the people. So, bang, see? And this game is narrated by, yeah, we can disconnect. This game is narrated through the Transistor, and you kind of learn how that all came to be throughout the game. Like I said, really hard to tell you a lot about the story. But the reason why this is considered a post-apocalyptic game is because you are going through this city, and there's no one here except the Camerata, which is kind of the antagonist of this game. And you're trying to find out why they did what they did, and why, like, where everyone went, and what's going on. So, before I leave this level, I don't want to say anything. You know, here's the gameplay. Alright, perfect. So, I'm on my New Game Plus playthrough. So, I am probably going to get my ass kicked. This game is really hard, but it's one of those games that you start a second playthrough almost immediately. But, still. Right there, going to take out that shield and keep moving. And it's a very tactical game. So basically, I hit R2, I enter my turn mode. And as you can see on the top, when I move around and stuff, that uses up the turn. And then I use an attack, that uses up a turn. And that bar gradually disappears. So L2 is to revert all of that. But anyways, you fight multiple types of enemies with different types of bonuses and stuff. And it's tactical, but it's also action-packed. It's very different, and that's what I liked about it. You know, there's a lot to it, but it also feels like when you use up a lot of your attack, you are just kind of running away until that bar refills. So right now I'm taking out the Cheerleader, which provides a shield for enemies. I have a passive bonus on that when I defeat an enemy. It makes me go invisible. Now I'm trying to break through this. I collect the cell. Now that enemy can't respawn. So it's a very deep thing. And now I'm not sure oh boy, I was going to say, I'm not sure what this guy's doing. But yeah, he's going to move now. And so the key is to get backstabs. So right there, I got a really good attack on him. And there we go. Took him out. I'm recharging right now. So I don't want to run. But anyways, as you can see, it's a pretty deep combat system. And, oh, there we go. Got it. So right there it tells you how many people you eliminated. The process is basically those enemies, and I can't tell you guys what that is without spoiling the game either. Like I said, it's a game you have to experience. So let's talk about stuff that we can talk about. Such as the art style. This is all hand-drawn, watercolor, all that jazz that makes this game really, really unique. Actually, if we go back here, there's a little interactable scene where, you know, Red will do something, I believe, and the Transistor will say something. It's a little moment that if you do that extra exploration, something will happen. Just like that. You know, and it's a very emotional game, very personal. It's got one of the best soundtracks in a video game I have ever heard, and if you go and listen to it after you beat the game, like, each song has meaning behind it. There's a lot of heart in this game, and that's why it's so special. So let's see here. We've covered gameplay, story, music, or as much of the story as I can, the whole upgrade system, what these upgrades entail, the story behind all these upgrades. These are all different people. It's a very deep game. But to learn more, you should spend the $20 this game costs. It's about a 6 to 8 hour game, depending on how much time you put into it. It can take you roughly 2 days to beat if you moderate yourself, and it's worth every penny. I'm not a huge indie game guy. I'm usually not a guy who's sold on an idea that's done alright. I'm not trying to hate on indie games, but that's just kind of how I am. But this is a very special indie game that holds a special place in my heart now as my favorite game this year so far, and it's going to be really hard to beat. So try to take that seriously, that my favorite game of the year. It's worth playing. It's 20 bucks. It's by Supergiant Games. It's doing new ideas. It's got an awesome combat system, a mind-blowingly good story, fantastic soundtrack, everything you could really ask for in a video game. So I apologize for the short episode, but like I said, I don't want to give away anything about this game. Just try it out. You can get it on the PS4 as I'm playing it here. If you unplug the headset, actually, the voice from the Transistor comes out of the controller. Whoopsies. Comes out of the controller, which makes it more immersive. You can also play it on the PC for you Xbox owners who have a decent rig. You can play this on the PC. But just make sure if you can play this game in any way, shape, or form, you play it, because it is really good. So that is this week's Post-Apocalyptic Madness. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you really go out and try this game. And you may not think at first it's a post-apocalyptic game when you're playing it, but as you learn more about the story, and if you're one of those people who's played the game, I think you will agree with me. This is a post-apocalyptic game. It's by Supergiant Games, who also did Bastion, which was a post-apocalyptic game. So yeah, they're a hidden gem type of post-apocalyptic studio that makes amazing, amazing games. So if you haven't played Bastion either, go play that as well. Anyways, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you played this game, let people know what you think about this game in the comments down below. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active, and love you all. Peace.